Part 14. Global Dungeon, superpower uploaded at the beginning went out of control. Author, the temperature is very low. Chapter 131. Xiao. This turned out to be a Xiao. After seeing the details of the wasteland beast in the clouds, everyone was stunned. It's not a dragon, it's a Xiao. Didn't you read the evaluation column that says, it's S, and now, as long as you break through to SS, you can break through the cocoon and become a dragon. Hell, there's really a double S. Since there are double S, is there 3S? The people were all stunned. The most important thing is that it is a Xiao that is only available in mythology, said. Roar. Xiao roared again. Except for Chen Feng, everyone and the wasteland beast unconsciously stopped for a moment. Dragon. It's coercive. And although the one in front of him is still Xiao, it also has the blood of the dragon clan. So, in its roar, there will also be the coercion of the dragon's roar. However, Chen Feng is a double S level, and in the level realm, he will crush this Xiao, so he will naturally not be affected by its roar. If you wait until after the 5th copy, Chen Feng's realm will at least reach SS+, and he will even directly skip the level and be promoted to S. Of course, Chen Feng wasn't so sure. But at least you can get to SS+. You must know that the higher the realm, the difference is a world of difference. For example, this Xiao in front of him, its roar can be terrifying, and the other 4 countries level wasteland beasts. With 1 enemy and 4 enemies, Xiao can also defeat them. Here is the difference between having plus and not plus. Pretty country. What the hell is this creature? I've never seen it before. What is Xiao? A creature in the myths and legends of the Dragon Kingdom. I know. In the myths and legends of the Dragon Kingdom, the dragon is the supreme creature, and this Xiao is the mentality before the dragon. It doesn't matter what it is, the stronger it is, the more dangerous the Dragon Kingdom will be. Yes, that's right. The beautiful people were all shocked by this Xiao. Dragons of the West, it's a big lizard with wings. The dragon of the East, the head is like a camel, the horns are like a deer, the eyes are like a rabbit, the ears are like a cow, the neck is like a snake, the belly is like a mirage, the scales are like a carp, the claws are like an eagle, and the palm is like a tiger. The dragon in the West and the dragon in the East are not the same concept at all. In Western film and television works, you can often see the body of a mortal and become a dragon-slaying boy. Available in the East. A mortal body to slay a dragon? Any sneeze will kill you. Eagle Hook country. Holy crap, what kind of creature is this? It's shocking. Xiao. The creatures in the mythology of the Dragon Kingdom can be understood as the juvenile stage of the dragon, and it is a very powerful creature. Foreigners also understand the mythology of the Dragon Kingdom, although they don't know much, but they still know about Xiao. So, these foreigners who understand will be more shocked than foreigners who don't understand. Because they all know that the creatures in the myths and legends of the Dragon Kingdom are stronger than their country, and they are much stronger. Island nations. Nanny? Oh my god, this Xiao is too big, isn't it? It's bigger than our Yaki snake, and it's even stronger. What about the big? What about the strong? It's the stronghold of the Dragon Kingdom that is invading, and that's enough. Yes, that's right, that's enough. The little devils were shocked first, and then glowed. As the country most influenced by the culture of the Dragon Kingdom, the little devils naturally know the difference between Xiao and dragon, and they also know the power of this creature. And the more powerful it is, the more dangerous it becomes. The Dragon Kingdom is in danger, how can the little devil be unhappy? France and Spain, North Bear Country, Maple Leaf Country, Automobile Country. People from all countries have a stunned expression. The Xiao of the Dragon Kingdom, compared with the other 4 countries, is a complete victory in terms of momentum, strength, and size. And the most shocking scene. Here it comes. I saw that the Jiao in the sky, the dark clouds that carried the thunder and flickering, actually crossed the stronghold of the Dragon Kingdom directly. Belch. What is it going to do? Read the violent novel, just go to the Phila Novel Network. Where is it going? Why didn't it attack the stronghold of the Dragon Kingdom? In everyone's minds, several questions surfaced in a row. However, next, the Jiao set its sights on the Yaqui snake of the island country. Crowd. This. What do you mean? In the stunned expressions of everyone, Jiao, hovering in the sky, roared angrily at the Yaqui snake. Roar. This moment. The Yaqui Orakai froze in place. The huge body was trembling. As for the replica creator of the island nation, the skin of his whole body has begun to crack, and the whole person has instantly turned into a bloody person. With a roar, it actually injured the creator of a country's dungeon, and it was still close to being seriously injured. 0 for flowers 0. This scene stunned countless people. But the Yaqui snake is also an S-class wasteland beast, and he was yelled at in front of so many people. It's also about face. Roar hiss. Each of the 8 heads roared. But compared to Qiao. Weak. Too much weakness in momentum, too much. Yaqui snake's unconvinced immediately made Qiao furious, and his huge body rolled in the clouds, and then shook off his tail. Ha ha ha. This tail brings endless winds. The creator of the copy of the island nation was immediately swept away. After knocking down countless trees, his head fell to the ground, and he didn't know whether he was dead or alive. And the Yaqui snake was also fanned out by this tail and everyone saw it clearly. One of the snake heads of the Yaqui Orakai was directly blown up. In that area, it began to rain blood. This moment. Global shock. The wind whipped by the tail flick lifted the replica creator of the island nation into the air. I don't know if I am alive or dead. One tail, burst the head of the Yaqui Orakai. Hiss. Is this the difference between S and S? There's just one more plus. Is there so much difference in strength? There's just one more plus, and it's so much difference. I think that the suppression of the bloodline is the key, and Jiao's tail is also used with strength. The people of the country were all stunned. Then, the S-class wasteland beasts from the beautiful country, the maple leaf country, and the eagle hook country have also arrived. However, Chen Feng was also stunned. Am I? What does this Jiao mean? Why do you help the Dragon Kingdom and fight the wasteland beasts of the island country? Shouldn't it have invaded the Dragon Kingdom's stronghold? Could it be that reaching S and in strength can violate the supreme consciousness? If that's the case, supreme meaning isn't that strong. But Chen Feng felt that it shouldn't be like this. He thinks that Jiao is too strong, and thinks that the stronghold of the Dragon Kingdom is in its bag. How can other wasteland beasts interfere? But Chen Feng is not happy. These wasteland beasts are all my experience babies. What does it mean for you to kill this Jiao halfway and rob my experience baby? Global Dungeon, superpower uploaded at the beginning went out of control. Author, the temperature is very low. Chapter 132. Why does Chen Feng act? Break the record? Or rather, it is to break the layout of the Supreme Consciousness. Because on the side of the Supreme Consciousness, the highest is only 15. The number of wasteland beasts that can be killed in each country's stronghold is probably the same. Even if someone attracts the wasteland beasts, it will only kill a few more. In fact, Supreme Consciousness never thought that there would be such a dungeon creator as Chen Feng. Therefore, Chen Feng's record-breaking, not to say anything will make the Supreme Consciousness down, at least it can be caught off guard. And this one is caught off guard, and there will definitely be unexpected surprises. Of course. It could also be a fright. However, Chen Feng thought that even if he was frightened, with his own ability, he could suppress the fright. It may even turn a scare into a surprise. 437. So seeing this Jiao robbing his own experience baby, Chen Feng was not happy at that time. Keep a record-breaking wasteland beast, you go up and crack me to death? Chen Feng can definitely not bear it. Thereupon, he got serious. The wall of air, which was originally crumbling and full of cracks, instantly became solid. Because Jiao left without pressure, the wasteland beast that frantically hit the air wall. Bang bang bang. After hitting them a few times, not only did the air wall not react in the slightest, they were actually a little dizzy. The wasteland beast stopped, staring at the wall of air in front of them with stunned eyes. I didn't crash it before, but it's not like this. I used to be able to sink the air wall into it, but now it? I didn't react at all, and I hit my own skull with pain. That's not right. The wasteland beast below under this impact, will be dizzy at the lightest, and the head will be bleeding at the worst. And the A+ level colorful centipede is even more ruthless, breaking more than a dozen feet below, and it screams in pain. In this scene, the soldiers in the air wall also had bewildered and stunned expressions. Captain, what's going on? Why did the wall of air suddenly become so strong? That colorful centipede actually broke a few legs directly, this. However, facing inquiries from teammates, Captain Yang Yongqiang was also at a loss. You ask me, I ask who's going, I don't know. Thinking of this, Yang Yongqiang subconsciously raised his head, wanting to take a look at Chen Feng floating above everyone's heads. Seeing the captain look up, the rest of the fighters also raised their heads. Outcome: no sign was seen. Where did the great god Chen Feng come from? I don't know, maybe I'm too tired, go back and rest. In this case, how can you rest? The soldiers were all speculating, but they really didn't see when Chen Feng left. Then, a warrior pointed to the sky in the distance and said loudly, "Great God Chen Feng is over there." Only then did the soldiers vaguely see the figure of the great god Chen Feng from the air in the distance. It's just that in the direction of great god Chen Feng, it seems that he is looking for that Xiao. Are you going to go head to head with that Xiao? But although that Xiao didn't know what to do and got involved with the Yaqi snake attracted by the island country, this was undoubtedly a good thing. The wasteland beasts are fighting among themselves, and the one who benefits must be the Dragon Kingdom. This juncture is in the past. Is it really good? The fighters expressed their incomprehension. The soldiers in the battlefield of national sports did not understand. Chinese people who look at the screen in the outside world are even more incomprehensible. No, what, isn't it a good thing that Jiao fought with the Baki snake? Do you want to help Jiao and work together to kill the Yaqi snake first? Read the violent novel, go to the Fila Novel Network. If the strength is equal, you are right. But the strength of this Jiao far exceeds that of the Yaqi snake, and it has even reached the situation of crushing, and it is impossible for this situation to be a partnership. Yes, I think so too. But, what is the great god Chen Feng doing? I don't know, let's see. Under the same curious situation of the countrymen and the soldiers, Chen Feng had already come to Xiao. Xiao. Actually, I didn't want to kill them all. Because the Yaqi Orokai was instigated, it roared weakly in the distance, but it didn't mean to come back. Xiao also did not mean to kill the Yaqi Great Snake, because its attention was attracted by several other S-level wasteland beasts. Griffins in the Hook Country, Wendigo in the Maple Leaf Country, dreaded strawmans in the Pretty Country Zero. However, Griffins, Wendigo, and Dreadweed Grassmen were also frightened by Jiao's momentum. And Chen Feng saw the scene and couldn't help but come directly to find it. Not only did you rob my experience baby, Yaqi Orokai, but you also didn't let me have a few other experience babies over? How can this work? I can't bear it. Xiao was about to roar at the other three wasteland beasts, roaring his own dragon. It felt someone knock on its own tail. Xiao. Curious, he turned his head, only to see a small man who looked like an ant to him. Xiao is at a loss. An ant villain, dare to come to himself? Make a sneeze yourself. No. Your own breath can blow this villain away. However, Qianfeng said lightly, let's go to the clouds and talk for a while. Xiao, roar. An ant villain, even want to talk to himself? Although it was a roar with doubts, the wasteland beasts below the S rank were absolutely unbearable. But what made Xiao puzzled was that the ant villain in front of him was not only not affected, but a wall of air appeared in front of him, blocking the airflow brought by his roar. At this moment, Xiao immediately became cautious. The next moment, Xiao's eyes instantly became terrified, because he found that his body was actually lifted up. Xiao, roar, 0.5 roar. Qianfeng said angrily in his heart, am you yelling at you? Swish. One person and one Xiao, instantly entered the clouds. Under the thick clouds, no one else could see what was happening. Of course. This also has the credit of Qianfeng. Because he used super mental power to strengthen this black cloud, lest the movement above be too big and directly break up the clouds. Cao, Qianfeng, is this a head-to-head with Xiao? Isn't it, that Xiao, but S plus S wasteland beast? If you can fight Xiao alone, it means that Qianfeng's god must also be the strength of S plus. Then the clouds began to crackle, all kinds of thunder and lightning, all kinds of roaring sounds. Everyone who listened was shocked, but they couldn't see what was happening above the clouds. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Global Dungeon, superpower uploaded at the beginning went out of control. Author, the temperature is very low. Chapter 133. Now. Above the clouds that no one can see. Xiao is struggling to resist. It's also a wasteland beast of S+. Even if Qianfeng is SS level, he doesn't have the ability to make S and wasteland beast unable to move. However, Xiao's range of activity is very limited. Because Qianfeng created an air cage this time and locked Xiao directly inside. No matter how it swells and sways, it can't break through the air cage. Qianfeng is not completely stress-free. This Xiao is also S and strength, which still makes Qianfeng a little difficult. Of course. It's only a little strenuous. Roar roar roar. Xiao seems to have infinite strength, always trying to break free from this air cage. But no matter how much it swelled, it still had no effect. Click. Xiao's mouth spits lightning, trying to use the power of lightning to defeat this cage that traps him but can't see it. But lightning doesn't work. These bolts of lightning, which were enough to kill A-rank wasteland beasts, turned into bits of starlight after hitting the wall of air, and quickly dissipated between heaven and earth. Roar. Xiao roared again. 01 But this roar is different from before. In the beginning, the roar was coercive. As if to say, the big guy is coming, and the younger brothers are letting go. In the middle, the roar was filled with rage. As if to say, you dare to provoke me even by you? Just now. The roar was fearful. As if to say, who is this little ant man, and can easily control me? At this moment, Xiao was really a little panicked and a little scared. As an S and wasteland beast, coupled with some dragon bloodlines, Xiao's sense of superiority is still very strong. Even if it is also an S and wasteland beast, if you don't have a bit of noble blood, Xiao can't look down on it. Therefore, this Xiao is in the middle of the realm, it is a hegemon level existence, no one dares to provoke, no one dares to provoke. Unless. This Jiao went crazy and slaughtered indiscriminately in the middle domain, angering all the and wasteland beasts. Otherwise, Jiao is in the middle of the region, and it is completely sideways. But the middle domain is only Jiao's territory, it is actually from the inner domain. Of course, the affairs of the inner region are still a little far away. And the current situation is the most important thing. Because it was such an evil dragon, it was trapped in the air cage. How could it not be afraid? How can it not be afraid? Jiao no longer struggled, and his eyes were bigger than several people, just staring at the ant villain in front of him. Then it spat out, "Human, what do you want to do?" "Oh. This big worm can talk, huh?" Chen Feng was really a little surprised, but then he felt that it was not strange, after all, it was a Jiao with the blood of the dragon clan. It's not normal to be able to talk. "Want to die?" Chen Feng glanced at it lightly and continued to ask, "Want to live?" Jiao paused, and then said, "You can trap me, but you can't kill me." "Ouch. Blow on, see if I hit you and it's over." Chen Feng didn't bother to compare with it, and directly used all his strength to activate his telekinesis. The air cage is getting smaller and smaller, and it is actually to crush this Jiao alive with mental power. Jiao naturally sensed it, but it didn't think it would die. But smack! With a crisp sound, the tip of Jiao's tail exploded directly. Jiao! At this moment, it believed that the ant villain in front of it really had the power to kill itself. Jiao hurriedly shouted, "Slow, slow." Seeing Chen Feng make any movements, the ever-shrinking air cage immediately stopped. Chen Feng asked lightly, "Can I kill you?" Jiao hurriedly said, "Yes. Yes." Chen Feng, want to live? Read violent novels, go to Philu Novel Network. Jiao, yes, yes. Chen Feng, then you put it here, what are you pretending to be with me? Jiao. It wanted to say that I didn't want to pretend to be forced, but I didn't expect to be able to beat you, and you could still kill me. Absolutely. It didn't say that. And Chen Feng didn't expect that such a big and strong Jiao would be so afraid of death. Chen Feng said lightly, "It's very simple to live, just be my pet." Jiao. Although afraid of death. But it also doesn't want to be a pet. But in this situation, if you don't have a pet, you have to die. Then I thought I was a snake, promised to come down first, and then found a way to escape. Secretly glancing at the ant villain, Jiao felt that he really couldn't escape easily. Airplanes. The air cage continues to shrink. Jiao hurriedly said, "Good. Good." Chen Feng pursed his lips and said with great disdain, "I thought you were so fierce when you made such a big move before, that's it?" Jiao. Chen Feng, come here, let me ride. Between words, he casually removed the air cage. Jiao flew over honestly and lowered his head in front of Chen Feng. Chen Feng jumped lightly and landed on Jiao's head. Between the two corners of Jiao, there is a flat place, which is just right for Chen Feng to stand. "Sit, lie down, it's enough." Then. Next, Chen Feng muttered in his heart, "I'll ride out on Jiao and kill these wasteland beasts." The appearance of this Jiao was something Chen Feng did not expect. However, if you subdue the seemingly fierce, in fact, you will only bully the weak, timid, and afraid of death, but you can also make your appearance, force higher. Chen Feng is still quite satisfied with this result. Outside. Great God, Chen Feng hasn't come out of 827 yet, is this going to fight Jiao Long to the death? That Jiao is a wasteland beast of S+, and the great God Chen Feng should also be S+, otherwise the winner would have been separated a long time ago. But then again, how did the air wall created by great God Chen Feng become so strong? I should have exhausted all my strength, and then I want to take this opportunity to kill the most powerful Jiao first. People are speculating. But how can a slaughter below the same level end easily? Even if it's over, Chen Feng will definitely be injured if he wins. Even if there was a golden holy rain, great god Chen Feng would need time to recover, and by taking the opportunity to recover, those 4S rank wasteland beasts. Who can stop it? The dreadweed grassman moves. It moves. Yes. The S-class wasteland beast of the beautiful country, the dreadweed grassman moved forward. It's not just the fear of straw men. Griffins, Wendigo, and the wounded Yagi snake also made their way to the Dragon Kingdom stronghold. The appearance of Jiao made them fearful, but they did not dare to disobey the orders given by the Supreme Consciousness. So, they all wanted to take advantage of this opportunity to destroy the Dragon Kingdom stronghold. It can be regarded as the completion of the task given by the Supreme Consciousness. Finished. It's completely over. However, just when the Chinese people were desperate, a huge Qiao came out of the clouds. And on the head of Qiao, there was a man standing. Global Dungeon, superpower uploaded at the beginning went out of control. Author, the temperature is very low. Chapter 134. Ask. Is it shocking to ride out of the Qiao? Answer. Isn't it just shocking? When they saw that Qiao, everyone subconsciously gasped. Because it is so big, a skull is estimated to be tens of meters high. If you have a torso, you can't count it. Because it was in the clouds all the time, blocked by thick dark clouds, no one could tell how long it was. However, someone found that on Jiao's head, there seemed to be a person standing. Take a closer look. Isn't this the great god Chen Feng? At this moment, countless people around the world widened their eyes and opened their mouths, and they were shocked beyond measure. What's the situation? What's the situation? What's the situation? Great god Chen Feng, riding out of the Qiao. This Qiao is S+, right? Why is Chen Feng riding it out? Why? I can't be excited. Chen Feng is 2NB, right? I can even accept the Jiao of S+. Hey, if you can subdue S+, what is the strength of Chen Feng's great god, SS? The domestic forum almost exploded. Almost every post that appears, and every post has an explosion of replies. If it weren't for the previous experience, the forum would probably be paralyzed. Brothers, have you thought about a question? Great god Chen Feng can easily subdue S and Xiao, which is enough to show that he is SS level strength. But since it is SS level strength, why face A+? A class and below wasteland beasts, why do they still seem so struggling? Don't. Chen Feng is pretending. As soon as this post came out, the explosion of the forum was even more severe. I'm CAO, when you analyze it like this, I think Chen Feng's great god should be pretending. SS level strength, how can it not be possible to deal with such a wasteland beast? Great god Chen Feng is pretending, but why should he pretend? First of all, let's analyze what the great god Chen Feng is for. My personal guess, Chen Feng pretended to be weak, so he wanted to show the beautiful country and other countries. Why show them? Because great god Chen Feng wanted them to attract the wasteland beasts from the 11th day to the 15th day. Why lure the wastelands? Because Chen Feng wants to break the record. Why break the record? Because, well, the back is all Matryoshka analysis, without much nutrition and work. However, the above remarks guessed Chen Feng's plan. 6666, NB, good speculation. But then again, this brother should be right. NB. Everyone is thinking about how to resist the invasion of wasteland beasts, and the great god Chen Feng is already thinking about breaking the record. This is the gap. The Chinese people discussed excitedly. In fact, Chen Feng's strategy was not very clever. But such an unclever plan has deceived everyone in the world. Not only did they deceive, but they also planned under the noses of everyone around the world. Why is it successful? Because of poor information. The so-called poor information refers to the fact that people do not understand his strength. Not to mention the outside world, even the dungeon creators of various countries don't know each other's true strength. I can only make a rough estimate, and I think it should be similar to myself. In fact, the creators of copies in various countries, there are no errors in estimation. But, except for Chen Feng, his strength is superior to that of all quest creators. Pretty country. Howly Crab Special. The creator of the copy of the Dragon Kingdom actually rode out of Qiao. Oh my god, this is an S and wasteland beast, and it's just been subdued. What kind of strength is the creator of the copy of the Dragon Kingdom? Could it be SS? It's already certain that at least the SS strength is strong, otherwise, how can it be possible to subdue the S+ level Qiao? SS is so much ahead of other countries' dungeon creators. Since you have SS strength, why do you still pretend that you can't hold it anymore? Read the violent novel, go to the Fila Novel Network. If you don't pretend to be like this, how can you trick people into luring the wasteland beast over? But why do you want to lure the wasteland beasts over? For the sake of rewards, but there are already a lot of rewards in the Dragon Kingdom. The dungeon creator of the Dragon Kingdom wants to break the record. The other side. Han Palace. High-rise meeting room. Seeing the creator of the Dragon Kingdom dungeon, riding out of the Jiao is indispensable. The supreme ruler opened his mouth, but could not say anything. In fact, from the moment Chen Feng surrendered to Qiao, he already knew the reason. At this time, it's not just him. Everyone in the beautiful country is bitter at the corner of their mouths. Unite many countries, a plan for the Dragon Kingdom? At this moment, it's so ridiculous. Island nations. Nani, this. The creator of the copy of the Dragon Kingdom actually has SS level strength. The S+ level Jiao has been subdued. Is it still impossible to be here? Is it so difficult to accept the reality? Who are you yelling at? Do you want to die? At the forum of the island states. All kinds of scolding wars. The main thing is that there are some little devils. I'd rather believe I'm dazzled. I'd rather feel like I'm dreaming. Nor do you want to believe in the dungeon creator of the Dragon Kingdom. The fact that it was able to subdue S and Wasteland. Eagle Hook Country. Oh my god, SS class strength. So what else is he pretending to be weak? Is he teasing us? Perhaps. It's really amusing us. This is the battlefield of national fortune, how can there be something funny? Deliberately pretending to be weak, in order to deceive us, let us lead the wasteland beasts, and then follow the wasteland beasts brought by our countries to reach the possibility of breaking the record. I'm also curious now, if the Dragon Kingdom really breaks the record, what reward will Supreme Consciousness give? No matter how good the reward is, it's also from the Dragon Kingdom. What are you curious about? I'm curious, it's my right. On the side of Eagle Hook Country, there is also a tendency to quarrel. Maple Leaf Country, Automobile Country, North, Nomahau, Bear Country, Faxi Country. All countries in the world are talking about it, and at the same time, they are deeply shocked by the strength shown by Chen Feng. Moreover, a lot of people can see it. Chen Feng wants to break the record of 15 days, waves. Thinking of this, many people feel a sense of powerlessness in their hearts. We're still thinking of ways to get below the wasteland beasts, and the Dragon Kingdom is already thinking about breaking the record. It's the gap. Never able to catch up with the gap. Now, the battlefield of national fortune and the stronghold of the Dragon Kingdom. Chen Feng, who rode out of the Qiao, returned to the stronghold of the Dragon Kingdom. Chen Feng shouted loudly, "Be honest, go to the air wall and line up, otherwise you're going to die now." Dreaded straw man. Yaki Orakai. With Wendigo. Griffin. As mythical beasts in myths and legends, they can all understand Chen Feng's language. Global Dungeon, superpower uploaded at the beginning went out of control. Author, the temperature is very low. Chapter 135. Relative to Chen Feng. The Great Snake, the Griffin, the Wendigo, the fear of the straw man, and the fear of Qiao. Because in the middle domain, they have been bullied by Qiao for a long time. It's not that there has been no resistance, but the consequences are even worse. The Griffin, in particular, had its wings almost plucked off. What the? Join forces against Qiao. Tried. Is still not Qiao's opponent. Fortunately, an and wasteland beast passed by at that time. Help them say a word, otherwise the four of them will have to die at least. So, if it weren't for the Supreme Consciousness giving them orders, the moment they saw Qiao, they probably ran away without a trace. Qiao, roar. The Great Snake, the Griffin, the Wendigo, the fierce straw man, and all shivering at the same time. And then honestly, line up and walk towards the air wall. Chen Feng also saw that compared to himself, these four guys were more afraid of Qiao. But he doesn't care. Because wait a minute, these wasteland beasts will all die in their own hands. The reason why Chen Feng let them gather together was also to make it easier for him to make a move. Roughly it means, good, get together, wait for me to have an AoE, and I will kill you directly. 917 Absolutely. These wasteland beasts don't know. The people of the outside world don't know either. The beautiful country, the maple leaf country, the island country, and the eagle hook country don't know. Everyone in the world doesn't know. At this moment, everyone in the world is curious. Why did you let these four S-class wasteland beasts all go to the air wall? Could it be that great god Chen Feng wants to accept them all? No way. If all of them are subdued, wouldn't there be one S and four S-class wasteland beast pets in the Dragon Kingdom? With such a 5 little brothers, what are you afraid of several alliances? Alliance, right? Yes. Okay. Directly send an S-class wasteland beast over, isn't that easy to crush the other party? At this moment, the 4 S-class wasteland beasts walked in front of the air wall. The colorful centipede, which was very happy before, instantly turned into a little brother. Toss. Bouncing. Arrogant. No, no, no. How can you say that people are fierce? He is obviously a cute, beautiful, obedient little centipede. If you say I'm fierce, be careful that I sue you for slander. The A and colorful centipedes are all honest, and the rest of the wasteland beasts are even more teachers, and they all lie on the ground one by one, trembling. And the Yaki snake, the dreaded grass man, the Wendigo, the Griffin. Same with them. Sit down, lie down. It gives people the feeling of being in a large-scale animal taming scene. Looked at. Chen Feng nodded with satisfaction. Patted Jiao's horn and said lightly, go back. Qiao, okay. After a few swells in the clouds, he returned to the stronghold of the Dragon Kingdom. Seeing this scene, the fighters were dumbfounded. The captain of the detachment beside Yang Yongqiang looked shocked. What, Captain, Chen Feng is God. Are you shocked? I was also shocked. Yang Yongqiang swallowed his saliva, not knowing what to say. Looking outside the wall of air, there were very docile wasteland beasts. Is this a ferocious wasteland? More obedient than a military dog? Domestic? Posts on forums. It's still exploding. That's 4 S-class wasteland beasts. But such a powerful wasteland beast, in front of God Chen-feng, was even more obedient than a puppy. Great God Chen-feng is really too strong, too powerful, too NB. Really, I have never admired anyone in my life, and God Chen-feng is the first person I admire. Yo, 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 what are you bragging about? If you read a violent novel, go to Fila Novel Network. I'm CAO, isn't this my brother? What, brother Ma, the richest man? Pretty country. These wasteland beasts, all of them turned into dogs. Even if you can't beat it, you won't be so cowardly, right? The beautiful Chinese people were all stunned, and they didn't understand it very well. Wasteland. It has always been a fierce synonym. Can. Now. Aggressive. What does this have to do with ferocity? No. Not at all. The other side. Han Palace high-level meeting room. It's over, it's all over. The S+ level wasteland beasts have all been subdued by the creators of the Dragon Kingdom dungeon. What waves can the rest of the wasteland beasts make? Fact, how can the strength of the creator of the Dragon Kingdom dungeon be so strong? The high-level leaders of the beautiful country are all talking about it. However, the supreme ruler looked desperate. It's over, as the rest of the higher UPS said. Once the Dragon Kingdom carries this time, then the stronghold of the beautiful kingdom will be destroyed. Don't even think about it, it's impossible for the Dragon Kingdom to bypass them. How is it possible? The supreme ruler of the beautiful country still had an expression of disbelief, so strong. Whether it was him, or the rest of the high-level officials, they all thought that the creator of the Dragon Kingdom copy, even if his strength surpassed his own country, he could not surpass it too much. The strongest, but it's only S-class. And this time, there are 4 S-level wasteland beasts alone, and there is also an S and Jiao on the side of the Dragon Kingdom. No matter how you look at it, it is stable. But no one thought that the strength of the creator of the Dragon Kingdom dungeon would reach SS. It's appalling. The supreme ruler of the beautiful country. I'm scared. National Fortune Battlefield. Dragon Kingdom Stronghold. Looking at the rows of wasteland beasts seated, Chen Fen nodded with great satisfaction. He came down from Jiao's head and hovered in front of Jiao's eyes. Subsequently, Chen Feng raised his hands. Under the watchful eye, he pressed his hand down. Airplanes. Suddenly, there was a shock. Immediately afterward, cracks appeared in the ground. Just when everyone was stunned and didn't know what Chen Feng was going to do. Smack. A crunch sounded. In everyone's frightened expressions, a C-class wasteland beast exploded in an instant. Due to the sheer size of this wasteland beast, when it exploded, it seemed to rain blood. This rain of blood stunned. No. It should be said that it scared everyone. One of the detachment leaders was stunned and said, "How could a good wasteland beast explode in an instant, could it be?" Before he finished speaking, because the soldiers all agreed and thought of Chen Feng's action of pressing down his hands. Great God Chen Feng, you want to kill all the wasteland beasts. Hiss. Thinking of this, the warriors all gasped. In their opinion, with the strength of great God Chen Feng, it was naturally possible to kill these wasteland beasts. But like the great God Chen Feng, before killing the wasteland beasts, he also let them line up. What is this operation? Won't these wasteland beasts run away? The warriors subconsciously looked at the wasteland beast outside the air wall. The wasteland beasts are actually trying to escape. But under the pressure of powerful telekinesis, let alone escaping, even moving has become a luxury. Smack. Another B-class python exploded. The blood rain that had just stopped appeared again. Boom. Blood rained down on the walls of air. It's especially terrifying. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Global Dungeon, superpower uploaded at the beginning went out of control. Author, the temperature is very low. Chapter 136. Bang 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 bang. One after another, one after another, one wasteland beast after another. They all exploded and died. The blood rain has not stopped, but it is even bigger. Roar. Yo. Yo yo. These wasteland beasts, who were overwhelmed by powerful mental power and couldn't move on the ground, all let out a miserable, desperate, hopeless roar. Chen Feng above, but with an indifferent expression, looked at these wasteland beasts that were constantly exploding. He could tell that these wasteland beasts were all begging for mercy. Can Chen Gaofeng bypass these wasteland beasts? The answer is no. The experienced baby who finally got together, how could Chen Feng let it go? Even the Jiao behind him. Thinking of this, Chen Feng glanced at Jiao, hovering beside him. But just like that, Jiao was scared, because it felt the murderous aura in Chen Feng's eyes. Jiao thought to himself. This human being is really terrifying. I must not, nor can I move any crooked thoughts. Otherwise, you will be in trouble. Thinking of this, Jiao immediately wagged his tail and turned into a pug that pleases his master. Chen Feng snorted and stopped looking at this Jiao, but he was thinking in his heart. This is the legendary Jiao. Wu. Maybe. Other Jiao is not like this, but the Jiao that Chen Feng encountered is really pulling his crotch. Bang, bang, bang. Below. The wasteland beast continues to explode. Xiao, who had just breathed a sigh of relief, became scared again, thinking. This human won't kill himself and kill himself, will he? No, probably not. I'm his pet. Where can someone kill their pet so easily? What's more, I'm still an obedient, well-behaved, cute pet. Thinking of this, Jiao was relieved. Feeling Jiao's relief, Chen Feng was a little inexplicable, and he didn't know what tricks this Jiao was doing. But since he can subdue this Jiao, he is not afraid of this Jiao's tricks. If this Jiao has any careful thoughts, Chen Feng doesn't mind eating roasted Jiao meat once. Anyway, I haven't eaten it, but I'm happy to try it. Then. Bang. A loud muffled sound was heard. This voice originated from an A-class wasteland beast. Air inside the wall. Look at the rain of blood. The fighters had no idea what words to use to describe their feelings. A group of powerful wasteland beasts, but they could not move, lying on the ground waiting to die. Before. A wasteland beast is the enemy. Right now. But he lay on the ground and exploded to death with an unwilling roar. Captain, is great god Chen Feng really a god? Absolutely immortal. This is the godlike method. Listening to the exclamation of his comrades in arms, Yang Yongqiang was also very shocked in his heart. Now. Wasteland beasts below B and are completely dead. And the remaining wasteland beasts outside the air wall, anyone that comes out, can destroy themselves and their comrades. But such a terrible wasteland beast was reduced to a lamb to the slaughter. Yang Yongqiang raised his head and looked at Chen Feng's eyes. There is admiration. There is respect. There is awe. There is a shock. There are too many emotions. Domestic. Countless people in China were horrified. This. Killing. Oh my God. Chen Feng is outrageously strong. Even if it's a dog, it will struggle when it is killed, and so many powerful wasteland beasts are killed motionless. With the great god Chen Feng here, what are we afraid of? Random killing. Random killing, do you understand? The people of the country were all boiling, and the dullness in their hearts lingered at this moment. From the 11th day onwards, the people of the country were terrified. If you read a violent novel, go to Filu Novel Network. Because they fear. Really scared. Once the stronghold is lost, the national fortune will be deducted and the creator of the quest will be obliterated. When the time comes, disaster will become. There is no need to say much about what kind of disasters have occurred in the country and Australia. Almost wiped out the country. The people of the country do not want this, because the Dragon Kingdom has gained a lot of national fortune and is in the stage of taking off. If the stronghold is destroyed at this time, then not only will all the previous efforts be destroyed, but the Dragon Kingdom will also suffer an unprecedented blow. And seeing the current scene, the stone in the hearts of the people finally fell. The other side. The location of the high-rise. The white-haired old man couldn't help but shout a few times, "Good. Good." These days, he doesn't eat well and doesn't sleep well. If it weren't for the golden holy rain, he probably wouldn't have been able to stand up. After being suppressed for so many days, the arrival of hope at this moment made him instantly energetic. Zero begging for flowers. Beautiful country. Island nation. Eagle Hook country. Maple Leaf country. These 4 countries. The white-haired old man, wait. He didn't say anything cruel, only said the words "you guys, wait." But there are some things that you don't do when you say something harsh. Eagle Hook country. It's over, it's over. The Dragon Kingdom has carried it this time, and it will definitely settle accounts with us. Our stronghold is not guaranteed. Once the stronghold is destroyed, won't we be deducted from the national fortune and a disaster will befall us? Fake. It's all the officials' fault. If they don't agree to the cooperation of the beautiful country, how can this happen? Yes. That's the official responsibility. The people of Eagle Hook country made a fuss. However, Eagle Hook State High-Level Conference Room. It's fried here too. I said at the beginning that I shouldn't agree to the beautiful country's request for cooperation. You don't listen, greedy for alchemy elixir. Now it's okay. How to solve this? What's the use of talking about that now? Let's find a way to solve the problem first. Solve the problem, how to solve it? If it were you, would you forgive you for being framed like this? Forgiveness or not, it depends on the compensation given. Then you say, how do you make up for it? Pretty country. Pack your things and prepare for your way. Is it too late to run away now? You ask me, who do I ask? At this moment, countless beautiful Chinese people began to pack up their things and prepare to leave the beautiful country. Island nations. It's over, it's over. The Dragon Kingdom has carried this time, isn't it trying to settle accounts with us? At this time, you still have a question mark? That. What should we do? Are we just waiting for disaster to strike? Baga. It's all official, I have to cooperate with the beautiful country. Now it's okay, our island country is going to be finished. The other side. The seat of the high level of the island nation. Sir, pack up your things and get out of the limelight for a while. Shelter from the limelight, where to shelter from the limelight, who will let me go? But I can't stay here and wait for disaster to strike. Not to mention the people, even the officials of the island countries have to pack up their things and run away. Because of the disaster. I don't know who you are, what is your identity? Global Dungeon, superpower uploaded at the beginning went out of control. Author, the temperature is very low. Chapter 137. Bang bang bang. The sound is different for a reason. The wasteland beast that died because of the explosion is different. Some voices are brittle, others are muffled. But the end result is the same. None of these wasteland beasts could resist, so they could only be forcibly restrained by the telekinesis, waiting for the telekinesis to crush them. The captain of a small detachment said with a smile, "It's been a long time, Chen Feng, is he acting?" Captain Yang Yongqiang's eyelids also jumped, and he said helplessly, It can only be said that Chen Feng's acting skills are too good and he has deceived everyone. Good acting? Not really. Before. 1. Solemn eyes. Dignified, with a desperate look, anyone who sees it will feel, the creator of the copy of the Dragon Kingdom has no power to return to the sky. 2. Pale face. Not a little pale, but little by little, gradually pale. Anyone who reads it feels that the creator of the copy of the Dragon Kingdom is running out of 703, and he is almost unable to stop more and more wasteland beasts. Who can not believe the solemn eyes and white face? On top of that, there are so many wasteland beasts, A, A+, S class. One head is stronger than the other. In this case, who would dare to play so big? So, Chen Feng's good acting skills are one thing, mainly because the information is poor and he plays too well. If you know that's the case, lure the wasteland beast to the Dragon Kingdom stronghold. Fart. That's my good big brother. What the? You asked me to frame me as a good big brother. Impossible. How could I possibly betray my good big brother? Whew. Bang. There was a loud noise. The first S-class wasteland beast. He's dead. It is an S-class griffin attracted by the Eagle Hook country. This monster, which only existed in legends, exploded directly, turned into a cloud of blood mist, and then rained blood. Eagle Hook country. They were cowardly, they were really scared. If you are afraid, you will naturally have to contact Big Brother, but when they contact the top of the beautiful country. What the? Visited abroad? Now in this situation, the ghost believes that you have been visiting, which is clearly a runaway. Thereupon, the top management of Eagle Hook country has also prepared a plan to visit abroad. Dragon country. The location of the high-rise. The white-haired old man looked at the information in his hand, and the corners of his mouth hooked into a sneer. He slammed the information in his hand on the table, going abroad, visiting, and scammering? But the high-level officials have run away. Is this country still a country? After a pause, the white-haired old man said, the Tinder project can be stopped, and the previous final plan must also be stopped. Final plan. In fact, after the completion of the Tinder project, the Dragon Kingdom directly flipped the table. If I can't live, then everyone will die together. But since this wave has been carried out, the Tinder project naturally does not need to be carried out, and the final plan must also be stopped. Of course, it is impossible to let go. The strongholds of these four countries must be destroyed. The battlefield of national fortune, the stronghold of the Dragon Kingdom. In front of the wall of air, rivers of blood flowed. The river of blood here is not a modifier, but a declarative word. Because in front of the air wall, there is really a blood pooled into the river of blood. The reminders of the wasteland beasts are all large. The smallest one, also the size of a regular tank. The blood of 100 or 200 wasteland beasts together really formed a river of blood. But even so, the wasteland beast is still not dead. Smack. With the death of the colorful centipede, there were still 3 wasteland beasts left in front of the air wall. 1. Fear of straw men. 2. Wendigo. 3. Yaki Orokai. The rest of the wasteland beasts all exploded and died. Bang. Yaki Orokai died. If you read a violent novel, go to Feel a Novel Network. Syllable. Wendigo died. Click. Fear of Grassman death. And the time came to 0 o'clock. Now it only needs to wait until the Supreme Consciousness is settled, and the Stronghold Ranking Protection Tournament is completely over. And everyone around the world knows that there is only one winner in this round, and that is, Dragon Country. Beautiful Country, Eagle Hook Country, Island Country, Maple Leaf Country. There is only one fate for these 4 countries. The stronghold is destroyed. Disaster strikes. And according to the latest intelligence, the high-level leaders of these 4 countries have all planned to visit. The purpose of the so-called visit plan can be seen by anyone who is not blind. It is nothing more than the high-level leaders of these 4 countries who want to use this excuse to escape the disaster that has descended from the Supreme Consciousness. But will Supreme Consciousness leave this loophole? Apparently not. Since it is a punishment, then everyone in the country will be punished. You will not be punished because of who you are. I won't let you leave because I know that disaster is coming. So, high level. In various countries. Can't leave. Pretty country. A special plane is about to take off. Sitting above are all the high-ranking people of the beautiful country. Soon. The plane took off. After seeing the flight off the ground, the high-level leaders of the beautiful country all breathed a sigh of relief. Only when you leave here can you not be affected by the disaster, save your life, and have a chance to make a comeback. But is that really the case? When the plane flies to the border. First move, it's not good. What's wrong? Let's see for yourself. Hearing the captain's words, the supreme ruler of the beautiful country hurriedly walked to the cockpit. And then he stayed on the spot. Because at the location of the border, there is a black wall visible to the naked eye. Then a bird in the distance crashed into a black wall. Then there was no movement and the bird just disappeared. Yes. Disappeared directly. Not even a bit of scum remained. The supreme ruler of the beautiful country hurriedly shouted, "Quick, turn around, don't touch that black wall." In fact, there is no need for him to say that the captain has already begun to turn around. This pedal horse. What happened to the bird before, he saw with his own eyes. So, who is crazy and will drive a plane and crash into it? This is obviously the handiwork of Supreme Consciousness, and I don't want any beautiful Chinese people to go abroad. And in this case, if you force 4.7 out, the end is 100% certain death. Although to stay, there will be disaster. But the mortality rate from disasters is not 100% either. In such a comparison, there is still a chance of staying alive. It's the same as the top brass of the beautiful country. The supreme ruler of the Eagle Hook country also encountered that black wall. But they didn't have the good luck of the beautiful country, and one of the fighter planes escorting them crashed directly into the black wall. No explosions. There is not a single ripple. A fighter jet just turned into powder and dissipated between heaven and earth. Seeing this scene, the supreme ruler of the Eagle Hook country was so frightened that he almost couldn't stand still. "Go back, hurry back," shouted the supreme ruler of the Eagle Hook country, "now, go back." Global Dungeon, superpower uploaded at the beginning went out of control. Author, the temperature is very low. Chapter 138. Island Country, Maple Leaf Country. The same. The high-level leaders of these 2 countries have also encountered a black wall. Only to go back. What else could I do otherwise? Who in the world does not know about the disasters of the country of Styx and Australia? Above ground, underground, air, surface, underwater. No matter where you are, you can't avoid the disaster and its effects. Under this level of calamity, no amount of refuge can stop the calamity that comes down from the Supreme Consciousness. So, whether you live or die depends on luck. But, after all, it will not die. Because only 50% of the national fortune is deducted, not 100%. If it's 100%, it will die, and the country will be destroyed. But Supreme Consciousness will not destroy the country directly because the stronghold is destroyed. Especially if it hasn't been destroyed by the wasteland beasts, it won't be even worse. In fact, Supreme Consciousness seems to be ruthless, but it has nothing to do with the word ruthlessness. National Fortune Battlefield. Dragon Kingdom Stronghold. Under Chen Feng's arrangement, the fighters have been dispatched 01. The task of the fighters is simple. Destroy the pretty country, the maple leaf country, the hook country, the island country, the stronghold of Shikoku. As for the copy creators of these 4 countries, they were in front of Chen Feng at this moment. The 4 of them knelt on the ground, not to mention struggling, even moving their eyeballs became a luxury. Now, Chen Feng fell to the ground. Standing in front of the kneeling 4, looking at them condescendingly. If the creator of the dungeon is killed, the stronghold will also be destroyed. But Chen Feng didn't want to kill them directly. Because it's too simple for them, for these 4 countries. He knew that at this moment, the whole world was watching here. Before the alliance of the 6 countries, they dealt with the dragon country together and wanted to destroy the dragon country's stronghold. Chen Feng can imagine how desperate the people are. Especially in front of the S-class wasteland beast, what a desperate mood was it at the moment when the people of the country appeared. So, Chen Feng wants to let the people of these 4 countries watch their country's strongholds be destroyed little by little. Let the people of these 4 countries feel what it is like to feel the fear that comes little by little. Lift your feet. Chen Feng stepped on the head of the creator of the island nation dungeon. Who gave you the illusion that you thought you could do it, huh? What? Is it a beautiful country? Chen Feng asked himself a question, then walked up to the creator of the copy of the beautiful country and kicked him in the face. Why do you think you can do it? Then he looked at the replica creator of the maple leaf country again, and said indifferently. Oh, I almost forgot, you pretty country dogleg. He kicked him down, and said indifferently again, isn't it good to live? Why do you have to die? With a foot and a child, the people who watched it were enthusiastic. Cool. I have to treat it like this, otherwise I really think that my dragon kingdom is easy to bully. Grass. Labor and management really want to skin them alive. Great God, Chen Feng killed them. You have to torture them slowly, you can't kill them right away, it's too cheap to do this. No, it's better to kill them directly. Because they don't want to die, and slowly torturing them will keep them alive. Just when the people of the country are talking about it, Chen Feng stopped. He didn't kill or torture, he just floated back to the tech tower with his hands behind his back. As for the creator of the copy of Shikoku, he still knelt in place, unable to move. God, Chen Feng doesn't kill them, this. It's not that I don't want to kill, but I don't want to get my hands dirty, I want the soldiers to destroy their strongholds, make their people despair, and let these 4 people wait for death in fear. These days, every minute and every second, we are worried and our hearts are full of fear. Great God, Chen Feng wants to then the 4 countries of them also taste the taste of fear. Understood? I understand now. Read the violent novel, go to the Fila Novel Network. Good way. This is the best, the most torturous, the most painful way. That's right, Chen Feng's approach is the most relieving. The people of the country quickly understood the reason why Chen Feng did not kill them. As a matter of fact. And one more thing. Nationals, one thing that no one knows. Killing the creator of the copy in other countries with his own hands may have a certain influence on the side of the Supreme Consciousness. Because Supreme Consciousness has never said that the creators of the quest can fight each other. The only thing mentioned is that in the case of the same stronghold experience, Supreme Consciousness will arrange 1v1. So, Chen Feng had to take this into account as well. For now, Supreme Consciousness can implant commands to let S plus S Jiao attack the human stronghold. Chen Feng thinks he can't do this. He could easily subdue Xiao, but he couldn't do the implantation command. Supreme Consciousness is still very strong, at least stronger than the SS level. Chen Feng, who returned to the Science and Technology Tower, muttered in his heart. I broke your plan, then. How would you react? The other side. Yang Yongqiang with 100 soldiers has come to the stronghold of the beautiful country. The base of the beautiful country at this time. Empty. Because the wasteland beast on the 15th day was very strong, the beautiful country had to send all the soldiers to lead the wasteland beast to the stronghold of the dragon kingdom. Yang Yongqiang said expressionlessly, "Go and find the alchemy potion, and then directly destroy the stronghold." "Yes, Captain." The fighters immediately struck. Soon, all the alchemical potions were removed. Destroy the stronghold. Remember, come little by little, understand what my 810 means. Yes. Outside. On the screen in the sky. Little by little, the warriors of the Dragon Kingdom are destroying the stronghold of the beautiful country. The whole country of the beautiful country is wailing. Don't. We surrender, we beg for mercy, let us go. It's over, it's completely over. Once the stronghold is destroyed, disaster will come, and this time, our beautiful country is finished. How the disaster is, there are lessons from the past. Australia, the stick country, these two countries have directly regressed hundreds of years. If it is a normal time, you can use trade, etc., and do everything you can to recover. Can be. Under the dungeon game. Helping you. Inexistent. After the disaster, there was no money, no supplies, no weapons. What are the benefits of helping you? If there is no benefit, who will help you? Don't say it's not good, even if it's good, no one necessarily wants to help. Many countries are too busy to take care of themselves, who has the time to help other countries? In the case of the wailing of the beautiful country, their stronghold destroyed. Eagle Hook Country Base, Island Country Base, Maple Leaf Country Base. All of them are the same as the strongholds of the beautiful country, and they are being destroyed little by the warriors of the dragon country. And all their people were wailing. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Global Dungeon, superpower uploaded at the beginning went out of control. Author, the temperature is very low. Chapter 139. Under the gaze of billions of people around the world. Stronghold of the island nation. Ruined. The stronghold of the island nation is not large. It's about 1/5 the size of the Big Five. Little Devil. The country is small, the people are small, and all kinds of small families are angry. Coupled with the extraordinary power of the island country, it has something to do with ninjas, and it can't be big if you want to. So, the stronghold of the little devils was the first to be destroyed. And the little devils of the island country, their eyes are already full of despair and fear. We're screwed. What can I do, what can I do now? The little devils were all wailing, but there was nothing they could do. This process of powerlessness, watching with your own eyes, waiting for disaster to strike, is really devastating. Some people with poor psychological tolerance even thought of suicide. And then, someone really jumped off the building. Moreover, and not just one. The second stronghold to be destroyed was the Maple Leaf Country. Like the people of the island nation, the people of the Maple Leaf Country collectively wailed. Especially those who saw the destruction of the stronghold with their own eyes, but could not do anything about it, waiting for disaster to strike. This kind of desperation is devastating. Like the little devils, there are people in the Maple Leaf Country who commit suicide and make trouble. For them, disaster is coming anyway, so it's better to take advantage of the disaster to do something they don't usually dare to do. The third is the Eagle Hook Country. The feeling of powerlessness is really devastating. Therefore, the people of Eagle Hook Country also join the team of burning, killing and looting. Gentlemen, it's just talking. Whoever believes in the pen. Street. All kinds of specialty stores were looted. Even banks, there are armed robberies. The last one is the beautiful country. Compared with the first three countries, the beautiful country is more chaotic. All kinds of $0 rush purchases, it's simply not too common. Women dare not appear, otherwise the consequences will be serious. On the streets, all kinds of gunshots, Molotov cocktails, overturned police cars. If it had been the previous one, it might have been suppressed directly by force. Can now all join in? When disaster strikes, no one knows if they will survive. In such a situation, who is going to maintain order? Those who have a brain pump will be loyal to their duties. Domestic. Destroyed, their strongholds all destroyed. Disaster is coming. Hurry and kill these dogs. Colluding together, trying to frame us, he too, all to the master. It's good to die, and the province survives to harm others. The people of the country were talking angrily. At this moment, the Chinese people are happy, comfortable, and relieved. After many days of despair, this breath finally came out. However, half a day has passed. The voice of the Supreme Consciousness did not come as promised. There was no announcement of the end of the Stronghold Protection Ranking Tournament, nor the end of the creation of dungeons, let alone the arrival of disaster. So, it's not just the people of the country who are surprised. The people of the four countries whose strongholds were destroyed by the Dragon Kingdom were also stunned. Belch. What's the situation? Could it be that if a stronghold is artificially destroyed, it will not be punished and disaster befall it? What the hell is this? Why doesn't disaster befall? Isn't there no punishment for destroying strongholds artificially? Well, if that's the case, wouldn't it be cheaper for these four countries? Probably not. Look, the creator of the island nation's quests. I'm going to die. The Chinese people immediately looked at the screen in the sky. National Fortune Battlefield. Dragon Kingdom Stronghold. The creator of the copy of the island nation seems to feel that he is about to die. His eyes were filled with despair. But he couldn't move. There is no way to shout words begging for mercy. If you read a violent novel, go to Feel a Novel Network. His body shuddered. The whole person is like a cracked porcelain doll, and the crack spreads outward quickly from the center of the eyebrows. And then, click. With a slight cracking sound, the creator of the copy of the island nation was directly reduced to a puddle of ashes. Whew! A majestic wind blew. This pool of ashes is scattered between heaven and earth, as if it has never appeared. Eagle Hook Quest Creator. Maple Leaf Quest Creator. Beautiful Country Quest Creator. From beginning to end, they didn't even have the right to blink, just watching the replica creator of the island nation, dissipating between heaven and earth. What frightened them the most was, from fragmentation to dissipation, the creator of the island nation dungeon is fully conscious. The creator of the quest of the island nation endured the pain of a little chipping. Then, the creator of the Maple Leaf Nation's dungeon has also changed. Snort. Unlike the creator of the island nation dungeon, he didn't crack at the center of his eyebrows, but his fingers began to burn. The white flames of the forest burned, and soon his fingers were burned into a puddle of ashes. After the fingers were gone, the white flame continued to go up and down. A little, a little, a little. Until the whole person was burned to ashes, accompanied by the majestic wind. Like the creator of the island nation's dungeon, he dissipated between heaven and earth. Beautiful Country Quest Creator. Eagle Hook Quest Creator. The first one is to shatter. The second is burning. The third, what is it? At this point in the year, the creator of the copy of the Eagle Hook Country also began to feel uncomfortable. Snap. His left calf exploded straight open. Exploded, but there was no blood, as if, directly crushed. Then there is the right calf, and by the left and right forearms. Pay Papa. As it continues to explode, the creator of the copy of the Eagle Hook Country, there are not even ashes left. The creator of the beautiful country dungeon shouted wildly in his heart. I don't want to die. I don't want to. But he also felt discomfort. The whole person was instantly folded in half, and then flattened. Fold in half, flatten, fold in half, flatten, fold in half, flatten. Just keep repeating. A large figure of nearly 1.9 meters was folded and flattened in half, and finally became an object smaller than the bottle cap. And then, smack! Explode directly. At this point, the creators of the copy of Shikoku are all dead. After seeing this scene, everyone around the world was shocked. Because of this way of death. It's scary. Just when people are in awe, the voice of Supreme Consciousness resounded. The Stronghold Protection Ranking Tournament is officially over. 1. Due to the record breaking of the Dragon Kingdom, the rewards need to be recalculated, and the ranking will be announced the next day. 2. From now on, if you fail/succeed in creating a dungeon, you will not receive a penalty/reward. What the? The voice of the Supreme Consciousness stunned everyone. Delayed release of rankings. We can understand that. After all, the Dragon Kingdom broke the record. But quest creation, no reward, no punishment. This. What's going on? Global Dungeon, superpower uploaded at the beginning went out of control. Author, the temperature is very low. Chapter 140. Hear the tone of Supreme Consciousness. Everyone was confused. No punishment, no reward. Whether the dungeon succeeds or fails, there will be no more rewards. No, I don't quite understand what Supreme Consciousness means. Me too. Could it be because Great God Chenfeng broke the record and shut down the Supreme Consciousness? Shouldn't it? I think, is it the next stage? Your guess should be reliable. Right? I think so, too. People are speculating, but there is never an answer. Pretty country. Maple Leaf Country. Island nations. Eagle Hook Country. These 4 countries have long been in Luancheng. Ken. Now. Nanny. What? There is no penalty for the dungeon, and there are also rewards. Does that mean that disaster won't come either? Some mentality explosions, all kinds of little devils who rush to buy for 0 yuan, ghosts. Quietly went home. Wait, let's see what's going on. Wouldn't it be better if there were no more disasters? Not only did I not have to worry about dying, but I also snapped up so many good things to go home with 0 yuan. No matter how you look at it, it's all the rhythm of blood and no loss. As for the official of these 4 countries, investigate. The police officers all went down in person and participated in the 0 yuan rush purchase, 137, and there are more than 1 or 2, almost all of them participated. In this case, how can I investigate it? Dragon Kingdom Stronghold. The top of the tech tower. After listening to the voice of Supreme Consciousness, Chenfeng also raised his eyebrows. No more rewards and penalties for dungeons. Why? Supreme Consciousness says this, and naturally there will be a reason. Chenfeng closed his eyes, his fingers rhythmically, knocking on the table in front of him, but his brain was running rapidly. First of all, it has something to do with me breaking the record, more or less. Or, it's because I broke the record, so I brought this step forward. If it's advanced, that's what Supreme Consciousness originally arranged, and that's how it was. The first few dungeons are for humans to initially gain the ability to fight with wasteland beasts. Now that you have this ability, you won't give any more rewards. So what's next? Is it The battlefield of national fortune should be integrated with the outside world. If the outside world merges with the battlefield of national fortune, it will be a good thing for the Dragon Kingdom. Because the Dragon Kingdom is a national super telekinetic power, it has an advantage over other countries in the fight against the Wasteland Beast War, AV. Thinking of this, the corners of Chen Feng's mouth hooked up an arc, and he sneered in his heart. If it's really fused, then you will be able to guess the intention of the Supreme Consciousness. Chen Feng's guess is: the emergence of Supreme Consciousness is because he wants to cultivate human beings to fight against the forces in the battlefield of national fortune. Yes. It's a force, not a wasteland. The battlefield of national sports is divided into the inner region, the middle region, and the outer region. At present, the scope of human activities has not stopped at the outer realms. I haven't even stepped into the middle domain, let alone the inner domain. It is impossible for such a large battlefield of national fortune to exist without forces. Thinking of this, Chen Feng opened his eyes and asked lightly, "Are you from the middle domain?" He didn't say who to ask, but Jiao knew that he was asking himself, and quickly replied, "Yes, Master." Chen Feng looked at the Jiao floating outside the Science and Technology Tower. "Are there humans in the central domain?" Jiao: "Yes." "Really?" Chen Feng asked again, "Why are there no humans in the outer regions?" Jiao: "Because of the existence of the Forbidden Sea." Forbidden Sea, read violent novels, go to Fila Novel Network. Chen Feng thought of the back of the stronghold, the ocean that could not be seen. Chen Feng said lightly, "Tell me carefully." Jiao knew what Chen Feng wanted to ask, so he naturally told everything he knew, and was ready to tell Chen Feng everything he knew. The Forbidden Sea has cut off the outer realms, and there are powerful creatures in the sea. Wasteland beasts are divided into land and sea factions. The land faction and the human race coexist peacefully, but the sea faction and the human race have a deep hatred. So as long as human beings go to the sea, they will be attacked by the sea faction, the kind that fights for their lives. Coupled with the cold and hardships of the outlands, humans will hardly come to the outlands. There are 4 forces in the inner realm, 2 for humans and 2 for wasteland beasts. Finally, there are 8 forces, 4 directions of humans, and 4 directions of wasteland beasts. The specific forces. Jiaoba has said a lot, and it can be regarded as a clear explanation of the situation of the entire national fortune battlefield. After Chen Feng listened, his heart was also shocked. The battlefield of national fortune. The smallest of the outlands, it is also known as the land of bitter cold. The middle region is moderate, and there are forces from all directions. The inner domain is the largest, with 4 forces. Chen Feng was not surprised by this information. But there is a human organization called Dawn in the inner region, and it actually takes the root of science and technology. Xiao, Yaki snake, griffin. As soon as these legendary creatures come out, no matter how you look at it, they should be fantasy types. But there is a human force in the inner region, and it is actually taking the root of science and technology. That is to say, the scientific and technological route can work. Otherwise, it would be impossible for Dawn to become one of the 4 major forces in the inner domain. Inner domain, inner domain. Chen Feng muttered a few words, and said in his heart, "It's a little interesting, and I'm looking forward to it." Morning. Just after midnight. The voice of the Supreme Consciousness resounded in the ears of people all over the world. The Stronghold Protection Ranking Tournament is over, and the rankings are as follows. 1. Dragon Kingdom. 2. Northern Bear Country. 3. Fassi Country. 4-3 countries. 5. Automobile Country. 6. Burrito Country. 7. The Dragon Kingdom is in first place, which is inevitable. And due to the destruction of the strongholds of the beautiful country, the island country, the Eagle Hook country, and the Maple Leaf country. The three countries of Argentina and the automobile country squeezed into the top 5. This is also no surprise. What everyone is looking forward to now is the punishment for failure, and what will happen next. After announcing the rankings, it's time for the rewards. The voice of supreme consciousness continues to resound. As the Dragon Kingdom breaks the record, the following rewards will be obtained. 1. 300% extra national fortune bonus. 2. 300% bonus resources. 3. 300 additional stronghold XP reward. 4. Gain 3 additional safe zones. 3 additional 200% rewards directly stun the Chinese people. Oh my god. 300%. What is this concept? I don't know what the concept is, I only know that this time, we made a fortune. Brothers, what do you mean by 3 safe zones? I don't know. Just when everyone is wondering, the voice of the Supreme Consciousness resounded again. Warning, warning. The battlefield of the national fortune is merging with the Blue Star. Tip 1, after merging, the wasteland beasts will invade your home. Tip 2, the beautiful country, the Maple Leaf country, the island country, and the Eagle Hook country will not get the safe zone.